Hi everyone, my name's Britain Cline, Ad Sales Manager, and welcome to this week's special edition of Marketing Minutes by Scuba Diving Industry Magazine.
And hi, y'all. I'm William Cline, publisher of the magazine, and we are doing a special edition today, a Tuesday edition, which is
Tuesday, can you
unusual.
believe it?
Yeah, so who do we got today?
This week's special guest is Brent Beringhaus, Director of Aqua Lung Group Americas. Brent, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Thanks. Glad to be here. I'm doing well. How about you guys?
We're doing fabulous for a Tuesday, although it's starting to feel like a Monday.
Yeah, you're telling me.
So, Brent, there's been a lot of talk in the industry about this new regulator that won CES Outstanding Show Award, as I recall, back in January, called the AquaSense, that integrates regulator, computer, underwater communicator. I mean, that's like Star
like an
Trek. It's
all-in-one.
crazy cool. So, the question we have for you is, Brett.
Yeah, what inspired Aqualung to combine a regulator, computer, and transmitter into the AquaSense, and who's the tech aimed at? New divers, pros, or tech divers even?
So the inspiration came from, just trying to make sure to bring the experience, make it more experience friendly. And it's everybody basically. So who doesn't want to be able to see how they're breathing? I mean, the applications for instructors with being able to monitor up to 6 people's breathing and their air regulator right into their computer rather than always having to tap, having the future ability to have it integrated with a boat so the boat captain can also look down. But also, like, if you're just an intro family, and like for myself being a dad, when I'm teaching my kid, I would love to be able to know how my son's doing, how he's breathing, and how he's doing.
For sure.
And then for the tech people, being able to have more information regulated, seeing your breath flow and all of that kind of more technical diving ability to be able to monitor that and kind of bring some competitiveness a little bit into it and kind of challenge yourself. And then also having the visual cue right there on your regulator to be able to see how people's air is rather than, having to tap them on the fin or, do the normal diving thing. So you can just look and see, oh, they're green, he's yellow, we should probably watch that, or red, we should probably start heading up and do our safety stop.
Oh, that's really
That's
cool.
awesome. It's
I mean,
amazing.
to be able to have that, especially with your kids, you're diving with your kids, you'd want to be that, or an instructor, so you can look at your
Definitely.
entire group. That's brilliant. So let me ask you, I know there's probably a whole host of issues you guys are trying to work out, but do you have a rough market date on this yet?
So our ideal target is to try to have a few products into each regional market by the end of this year, if not early next year, and then with like a soft launch going into spring, summer of 2026.
Oh, very cool.
And,
Very cool.
and then we'll be rolling out a whole spectra of different products to go along, like a watch, a new dive computer, and a whole bunch of other little things that can help be part of this ecosystem.
Well, that's really neat. There's been very little innovation, if you think about it, in our industry in the last many, many years. I mean, other than the dive computer, what new innovation has there really been on the consumer level? And I'm not talking about tech or talking about rebreathers, I'm talking about, just consumers. So, kudos to the company that first learned to dive is
Absolutely.
doing something new. So that's really cool for you, Brent. So I was intrigued about a program I saw on your website, if we could segue a little bit to the Ocean Ambassadors program. Can you talk a little bit about that program and who it's for, that kind of thing? I think it's a cool idea.
So yeah, it's something that we launched this January, and we've had a bunch of people, and we invited a bunch of people to come out. And we're really looking for people who are passionate about the ocean, passionate about diving, passionate about conservation. And then there's another branch to it, is about inspiring new people to the journey. So we're also looking for like influence or people who have a good following that are interested in starting the dive journey. And then we would work together then to document their journey into diving and kind of help inspire others to come to this underwater world that we all love. So
Absolutely.
if you are someone who is out there that is interested, go to aqualung.com and please apply. Or if you feel like you meet any of those criteria, we'd love to hear from you.
And Britton, he's talking to you.
Absolutely.
You'd make a great ambassador.
Absolutely, yeah, man. I'll
Young
submit
blood
mine
there.
today.
Yeah, that's
Um,
great.
That's fantastic. But how does this program support your dealers or boost your brand visibility in the field?
So one, it supports the dealers because we're trying to entice divers. As you go around, as I travel around to all the dealers, one of the first thing any dealer asks is, "Hey, can you help me deliver a bus full of people through the door?" So getting a different demographic or a younger demographic into their store by inspiring them to want to come to their store to learn how to dive is how we can support them. And then also, with the other traditional things, is getting more people that are familiar with Aqualung and all the different products, Aqualung and Apex, different products that we carry, already knowing them so that they're coming into the store asking for our products will help boost their sales and, grow.
Definitely.
And, people don't really give enough credence to this whole influencer thing in the diving industry. Your dive instructor, you probably remember their name, what they look like even. I can remember mine decades later. I was certified at 12 years old. And I mean, it's an indelible mark upon you. They are such an influence. And I can even remember the gear they were wearing, an old Aqua Lung horse collar BC, So, I mean, it is really, truly a great program to tap into that powerful voice of dive influencers, and they are just about every dive instructor you come across is a dive influencer, and they don't even realize it, I think, sometimes.
Definitely.
So obviously they can go to the website, they can sign up to be an ambassador on that. Any other things you got coming down the pike that you can talk about that's kind of exciting in the way of products?
Well, we did just launch the EVX from Apex, which is a new regulator that just came out probably last week. I don't know if you're familiar with that product at all, but it's a very tech regulator, and it's got a pneumatically balanced first and second stage, so it has very smooth breathing no matter what the depth you're at or how cold the water is. So we're really excited to launch this product.
That's
cool. Incredible.
That's great. Well, Brent, thanks for being on our show. I appreciate all your patience, and I'm glad that we finally got this great interview. It's going to be across all of our social media, and we'll tag Aqualung, but Britain, who do we got lined up for next Monday?
Yes. Next Monday, we have Cheryl Patterson, the president of Deep Blue Adventures. She's going to come on and talk about how she has a different take on helping retailers sell dive travel. So we're really excited, and make sure you tune in April 22nd for her
Actually,
for her
I think
episode.
It's the 27th.
Oh, it should be the 8th.
28th. 28th.
Sorry about that.
So next Monday, 1 o'clock Central is our next show. Thanks again for everybody and for joining us, and look for the April issue of Scuba Diving Industry Magazine in your email box on the 30th. And if you're a retailer in the United States or a manufacturer, it should be on your desk sometime around the 4th or 5th. So thanks again, Brent.
Thank you, guys. Have a great one.
You too.
You too. Thanks, everyone.